Hey everyone, today I got something very important to talk about, and that is just the way our system is structured. Because I personally think things are going really bad if we keep going down this FICO, this credit route. I think, at the end of the day, we're propping up a lot of bad behaviors and habits, and the incentive structure is all backwards. And I'll give you some examples here. So I was kind of doing some research, and I actually had someone that I know pay off a mortgage. And it's funny, I had someone I knew actually pay off a mortgage, someone finished paying off their student loans. I think there was someone that paid off their car loan. And each one of these people did kind of like an average like assessment. And it showed their credit score dropped by between like 50 and 100 plus points after they paid off these big expenses. And you'd think, wait a second, if they do something good, which is paying off debt, why would their score go down? And you start to think about it. Wait a second. What is this system incentivizing? Well, it's incentivizing debt and keeping you into debt because if your score goes down, which is like a bad thing, it's negative reinforcement. If it goes down because you pay off some debt, well, why would anyone want to pay off debt, right? And it's this really wonky backward system. People think this system is for them. It is not. This system is meant to keep you enslaved to Discover, Amex, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Affirm, you name it. I mean, Capital One. All these guys, they don't want you to pay off your debt. In fact, they will report it. It gets reported as a negative thing through Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, all these guys. It's a sick system. This is why I believe in Bitcoin, because at the end of the day, if you get a lower credit score because of doing something good, why would you want to opt into that system in the first place? You don't. You don't want to opt into it. Well, I need to play by the rules. I need to do this and that so I can live the American dream. Well, how about we stand up for what's right and we speak up to officials? We write to our politicians. We go in the streets and talk about how bad this is because at the end of the day, people are getting screwed here by these companies. And they have big money so they can lobby the politicians. But at the end of the day, why would you want to be a part of that? And so this is one of the reasons why I'm so into Bitcoin right here. Because Bitcoin, you don't need to take out credit. You literally own the bearer asset. You own the underlying asset. And I don't need a loan to buy a Satoshi. I don't need a loan to buy, maybe if I wanted to buy a full Bitcoin, I would need to because it's so expensive. But the point is I can buy a fraction. I can buy 0.001. So this really, really grinds me when I see this. But I want to talk about something that I saw that was even worse. And this truly made my blood boil. I was on Instagram the other day and I recently, as some of you may know, I proposed to my fiance. And it was funny because, after you propose, everyone's like, hey, let me see the ring. Let me see the ring. How big's the rock? All this stuff. People equate how big the rock is with how much you love the person, right? That's part of the fiat system we're in. But I saw something and it blew my mind. It said, an Instagram advertisement, propose now, pay later, Affirm. And Affirm is one of those buy now, pay later companies. When I saw this, I lost it. I was like, wait a second. So people are buying $5, $10, $15,000 rings with Affirm to propose to someone. And by the way, diamonds are a shitcoin, essentially. But they're proposing on credit. This you don't own the ring. And so you're making payments on this, installment payments. Yes, is it better than going to a payday lender? Of course. Is it better than throwing on the credit card? Okay, maybe. But that's besides the point. We're trying to financialize everything in this society. We're financializing every, bag from Gucci. We're financializing every iPad that we buy, every computer. They don't want you to own anything. In fact, they want you to make payments on everything. My phone. I had the hardest time paying cash for my phone because it's been normalized. Hey, you make payments over time on the phone, and then you trade it in, and then you make payments on the next one. You're on this never-ending hardware as a service plan. And so I think we all need to take a step back and say, wait a second, why this system isn't built for me? Yes, does it feel good to take out that Affirm installment loan? Of course. That's how it's designed. It's like, of course, does it feel good to eat the candy bar? Yes, it does. It feels great. Does it feel good to eat McDonald's? I'm sure it does. But what happens when you have diabetes or you die early of a heart condition because you were eating that way? The same thing with your finances is you're dying a financial death early by falling victim to these products. They're selling them to you because they believe because they want to get you into debt, and everyone believes that, oh, this will help me. This is going to help me get through it. Those who are quick to borrow are slow to pay it off. That is a beautiful quote I heard in the past. I don't know who said it, but those who are quick to borrow are slow to pay it off. I believe all of us should focus on hard cash savings in addition to having Bitcoin, because at the end of the day, all this credit, it's not real money. None of it's real money. It's all an illusion. It's just numbers created out of thin air. And the sooner we come to realize that, the sooner we're going to be more prosperous in our world, in our day-to-day lives. But I want to hear from you. What do you guys think? Do you think everything's becoming financialized to the point where we can't breathe as much anymore? Our debt to income ratios are tapped out. Our credit is tapped out. And why is that? And I think it's because the system is designed to keep it this way. I'd love to hear from you. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Satsmate is out.